It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Browns and the Colts. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here come the Colts to take over for the first time, and leading the way is a number 4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
The moment Anthony Richardson's name was announced as the 4th pick in the 2023 draft, it changed the landscape and probably our viewing habits with the NFL. He is must-see viewing. Tremendous athlete, not a lot of experience, but the ceiling as high as it possibly can be.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to our defense.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Now Richardson. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And the Cleveland offense ready to go to work behind the 3-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his 2nd season now as a Brown, number 7 overall.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP. Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A guy coming off his best season as a pro, here's Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 10 carries, 82 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He's got the connection to Moore. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Now Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Richardson to the air on first down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. They'll run with the former Bill, Zach Moss. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Cleveland.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now it's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Back to throw, Watson. And he's got it. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, he's every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
The York on now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. On first down, they'll start out with Moss. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Richardson's throw taken in by Landry. He's still on his feet. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Moss. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. From the 33, here's 2nd down at 7. Here's Richardson to throw. This pass caught. It's Woods. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Richardson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gain to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the cornerback's hand, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Landry now on the return. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. 1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. 2nd and 10. Richardson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Richardson looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Meanwhile, Richardson's throw pulled in by Woods. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
To throw is Watson. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Watson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Watson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Room here to run. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Richardson out of the shotgun. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Moss. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. From the 23, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
From the shotgun, Richardson. He'll get this one to Pittman. And Pittman going to have a Colts 1st down as he's got it up to the 28-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
Shifts by him. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Richardson looking to throw this. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Richardson to the air on first down.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on second down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Richardson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
A 50-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they haven't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and barely's run from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Cleveland offense making their way out. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And Chubb going to push forward and pick up a Browns first down as he'll be brought down at the 42-yard line. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
So when your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
They go with Chubb on second down. And now right out of the 2-minute break. We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now it's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So Richardson and the Colts now down 14-10, a little under 1:50 remaining. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Got his man, it's Woods. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, who watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Richardson. Finding Pittman.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Richardson. This pass caught. It's Woods. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. Now Richardson. Looking for Woods again, and he finds it. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. He takes it across for a touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
Charles, what a big drive late in the fourth quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't scored a point in the fourth quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. To throw, Watson completes to Njoku. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. Watson. Pass complete to Chubb. And that won't help much. Only a yard on first down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. And he'll slide to a hug here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Indianapolis, they pick up their 2nd win now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it'll be their first loss of the season. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.